Hello and welcome back to the BF Bricks YouTube channel. Today in this video we're going to be taking a closer look at some of the newly released Star Wars sets, in particular Smart Play sets, and we're going to be basically talking about are these going to flop, and they don't seem to be very popular currently. So you may have seen early on this week we uploaded a video of our Lego event at Sheffield. It was really busy. We actually struggled to get it set up in time, so it might have been a little bit on the shorter side, but there was quite a few traders there and a lot of them were selling these Smart Play sets. Now from a lot of people we were talking to, they did not seem to like the idea of Smart Play sets, and basically these traders were saying that they hadn't sold any of them. So I'm going to jump onto the computer, have a look at them again and sort of talk about why I think they're going to flop. And yeah, so let's get right into it. Right, so here we are on lego.com, and as you can see, this is like the whole specific page they've got dedicated to the Smart Play sets. Now there's a few things we want to touch about in this set. We're going to start off with the price. Now in terms of price per piece, a lot of these sets actually don't turn out to be too bad, but that's not the reason why I believe that they're going to be flopping. So obviously, as you can see here, these are the ones, the top four are the ones which you get all the brick and stuff like that included. So yeah, there was a few people were selling like this set here. This I think they had this at nearly £40 at the event, and they didn't sell. So this is one of those sets, to me, I look at it and think it's kind of a pointless set. It doesn't come with the Smart Play brick. It does come with a Smart Minifig, but other than that, it's a bit pointless. And I think the problem Lego are going to have and find is basically these sets are just so ugly, and that is really the common factor here. So for us as traders, we've been definitely steering clear of these because we've heard so many bad reviews. And it's not even just that. You can look at the reviews on Lego. It's a 3.2, 3.2, 2.5. This one's got a 1-star review. And well, it did on the front screen, but when you go here, it's pretty crazy that Lego, how this has got a 3.5-star review, but they even got some photos of it. But it's the first review you click on is buy something else. So yeah, this is one of the worst products I've ever bought from Lego. So it kind of sums up a lot of people's feelings about this set and all these sets in general. Do I think that they are as bad as what people are saying? I think a few of them look alright, and this one is definitely not one of them. A few of them look alright, but they're so hindered on the Smart Play sort of ability that it kind of makes them really just ugly. This is probably, to me, probably the better one to pick up if you're looking at getting one. You've got things like the Imperial March sounds pretty cool when you put Darth Vader into the TIE fighter. You've got a few little sections there. You got like the refueling bit, and this is you get like the charging brick and stuff like that. So I've seen this multiple places. You can buy this now, I think, on eBay for £45. So you can already get this at quite a large discount. So this is a new set. But again, I think the problem with this set is it's just the fact that it's the back of the ship, because you buy it for Vader's TIE fighter and half the back's missing. So for me, if I was to pick this set up, I would definitely try and find like a rebrickable where they've worked the brick a lot better into the actual set, which I think is probably the main downside of this set. And I think for Lego Star Wars in general, I think this is probably the worst one of the bunch. One, you don't get the Smart Break. The Cantina, you know, you're going to be struggling, because obviously the Master Builder Series Cantina was absolutely amazing set, and this is the next Cantina they've released, and it's terrible. And for £70 you get the smart tags and a few smart minifigs, but it doesn't even come with a Han Solo in a Cantina, which I think this is the first Cantina ever sold by Lego not to have a Han Solo in. But these are few newer Star Wars sets which have recently been announced, and this is one of them. So going from the bad to probably a really good set, and this is the Darth Vader bust. Now, price on this set actually is still high, but it's not as high as the Marvel bust set, which is strange because normally Lego Star Wars is more expensive. This is definitely one I will be picking up. I can see this being pretty regularly discounted around £30 to £35 within a few weeks of it being out. It's one of those sets similar to like the mini scale ship sets where you can always pick them up relatively cheap to start with. I think Darth Vader is a no-brainer, probably the most iconic character from Star Wars, so this is one which will definitely sell well, and I will definitely be picking this up. Will I pick the full range up? Probably. I think this probably means it's the end of the helmet series, which is probably not necessarily a bad thing, but there is one other set to talk about, and that's the other bus, which is a bit more controversial. It is the Yoda one. Now, funny enough, this one is actually £10 cheaper than Darth Vader, which makes it seem reasonable price, but not too sure how well it looked, to be honest. I think the lightsaber and the arms I think look great. This is all going to be dependent on the posability, I think, of this set. And I do like how these come with minifigs, and I do like the stands on these. There's a few images I think which make Yoda look better. I've seen someone online put like his eyebrows slightly tilted, and I don't know if it's this one. Let's see if I can get to it. No, it looks the same, but you can the picture going around online. Basically, these sections, his eyebrows, when they were slightly tilted, gave him a more realistic sort of facial expressions rather than the scary look he kind of has here. But I think for the price, it seems pretty reasonable price, especially when you think of the Marvel busts that come out. So £35 from Lego.com itself seems pretty valued. So that's sort of the current state of Lego Star Wars at the minute. It's a bit of a mixed bag. You've obviously got the smart play sets, which we've covered. I'm not massive fan of these. I'm not sure what this is doing. I think that they need to rethink a lot of these and hope they don't release anymore, to be honest, because they'll probably see that these are a flop, and hopefully they'll start producing them, because it's like a Millennium Falcon. You know, we've got the Dark Falcon at the minute, and that's I think retiring at the end of the year. Another sort of playset Millennium Falcon would be really cool. So yeah, that's all for this Lego video. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are of the smart play sets and the new bus sets which are coming out, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.